Hi. Where you can't. I'll be laughing or I can't unmute the track. Are we No, are we ready? Can I unmute your They can't hear you yet. Okay, now they can.
Oh my god.
My god.
Saying I have to talk to do an opening. I'm gonna do it in interpretive dance.
So
Or you scream.
this session is going to be slightly chaotic because this is the energy we brought.
I'm just such a fucking toast.
Apparently.
Every session we do is chaotic. It just depends how much energy we all have.
It's different when we're chaotic. It's one thing when it's us. It's another thing when it's you.
Yes. It's
I
two
think
very
for our
different
live,
energies.
You're chaotic.
We're fine. Everything's fine. This is going critical, and it's a normal Monday afternoon/night. So whatever time you're watching this, hello. We are Hellions of Carnocht, and we're here to fuck shit up. Warning:
shit.
this is a mature stream. We swear and handle adult themes. Um, that warning came very quickly this time round. I am your
I set up
DM,
my
Jess Taylor.
buttons.
You did set up your buttons. But yeah, I'm the DM, Jess Taylor. I am joined by very great and wonderful cast who will now proceed to introduce themselves because I forced them to rush this beginning through. Ba-da!
Oh my god. Hi. um my name's Emily. I'm playing Xanth. He is a changeling warlock sorcerer. It looks so cute with this little guy.
He
Okay.
does.
He's very cute.
Yeah,
He's incredibly cute.
warlock changeling sorcerer. He's not going through a great time right now. What else? We are doing fun facts for this week. Uh, we are doing why we named our D&D characters what we named them. And even though I came up with this question for everyone, I do not have an answer. I just thought Xanth sounded like a cool name. Uh, thought that it fit them well. That's it.
I like it. He's
It's good.
Yeah.
He's
He's a
pretty
good
cool.
name.
Hi, I'm Ned. You can find me on the internet at Ned Lazarus Wolf. I am a comics writer and artist. And yeah, I play Monty, who is our half-elf rogue/druid, who is currently having a very bad time of things. And so Monty's full name is Tremont Sullivan, and I, for our dearly departed previous campaign watchers, his brother is Samuel Adam Sullivan, and I decided that I was going to name the entire family after Boston specific things because I am an idiot. And so Tremont is one of the streets in Boston. It's one of the main streets, and it means three mountains or three hills from Tremontaine. And I pretty much got to Monty because he's the youngest and went, fuck, I don't know what to name this boy. And then went, oh, Tremont Street. And then Sullivan is both the most common last name in Boston, apparently, and it's also one of the subway stations. So, yeah. So Monty's a Boston boy.
Thank you for your dissertation on Boston.
Hey, I could go more into the dissertation on Boston. And also Fabs named him Monty. I didn't come up with the nickname.
I guess it's me. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Danny. You can find me at Lane on Twitter. Sorry, I'm like trying not to cough directly into my mic. I apologize. And I'm playing Yenna, gnome-shaped tiefling. She's a wizard barbarian. And the reason that she is named Yenna is because Yenna is a school friend of mine. I wanted to pick a Korean name because I'm trying to do that more with my characters. And Yena is a girl I knew since first grade. And was somebody that got like bullied really intensely. So I wanted to name my asshole bully character after her.
As
'Cause
vengeance.
kind of. I like Yena was a very dear friend of mine and was like one of those kids that was considered like very weird and like would cry a lot in class because of things that happened. She get just really stressed out. So I spent a lot of
Oh,
my school years being like, "Oh, we're going to the nurse's office. Bye."
so
Just
very
not
much
messing.
like named character, also freaking out an awful lot. Then we're living up to that.
Yeah, so it's sort of like an homage to this person that I used to know. But yeah, I,
That's
she's
cute.
a good girl.
Yeah.
Usually, this is where Dukes would come in.
Usually
But
this is where Dukes would come
we are down a Dukes this evening. Um, they may appear, they also may not.
in. Yeah.
So
We will lie in
couch your
wait.
expectations.
But we might be Yuli-less this evening,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
My Yuli.
You're Yuli. And after Dukes, it would be me. Hello, I'm Nick. I'm playing Tink. He's an artificer cleric. He's a good boy who has never done anything wrong. And yeah, a combination of other people named Tink because I despise naming my characters. So I'm not good at naming characters. And I basically drew some pictures of him. After discussing with our lovely DM what his name could be, and being given, a list of like a bunch of kind of elven names and what they might mean. And I just like tweeted out a picture of him and I was like, yo, what do I name this asshole? And Blue Jay, who is now in our Tuesday game, just responded and went, dude, his name's Tank. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. And that was literally it. That was how he got named. And then Del Goldpetal was like literally chosen wholesale from the DM's list of like just stereotypical boring elven names.
I did my service, Julie, and we have a full-on elven name for Tink, but Goldpetal is
Yes.
Goldpetal is it.
Goldpetal is the common translation. Cause yeah, it has a full like flowery, it just means gold petal, but it has like a full like flowery language kind of name as well.
Except
So,
now we've made elves absolutely 100% French Canadian.
yes.
So
Which is
I
my
thought that
favorite thing.
the wood elves are French Canadian.
oh, that's
And
true. The wood elves are French Canadian, and the high elves are French. Yes.
yeah,
Again, this
and
just
drow are
tracks.
Swedish.
This is good. But yeah, so I honestly had no hand in naming this boy other than curating the names that others gave me, so thank you.
And with that being said, I'm not going to tell you why I named any NPCs because they've all been named for reasons. Do we have any announcements this session
Yes.
to make?
Yes.
Go
So this
ahead.
is my last announcement for this round of comics bullshit. I am going to be at the Small Press Expo on this upcoming Saturday and Sunday, September 17th and 18th. It is in Bethesda, Maryland, at the Marriott Hotel that is right across the street from the White Flint Metro Station. It's very easy to get to if you live in the greater DC/Baltimore area. I will be selling comics. I will have new art. I just placed a emergency order because my prints hadn't shown up, and now I'll have more prints to sell people. Yeah, I will be there with comics and books and a really pretty desk setup, and me and my friend Olivia are also going to be like semi-repping the washi station, which is one of our friends' really cool company that pays artists to make washi tape and other cool designs. So if you go, you can find me at booth C11B, and my beautiful friend Olivia is at C12A, and she has good comics about frogs and shit. That's my announcement.
Oh yeah. I actually have an announcement. The store that I have been talking about getting up and ready is finally going to be opened on Friday. It is I finally decided on the venue. It's going to be on Etsy because it's just easy. So it is the Peony and Lotus on Etsy. And yeah, there's nothing in there right now, but there are going to be some DM tools that I've been working on, and then also like gifts and things for your table. So it is a little bit more DM centric, but anybody who enjoys TTRPGs should be able to find something there. There's going to be dice bags and themed like scarves and cloaks and things. It's a lot of crochet stuff, but yeah, finally gonna open that up for people who might be interested.
Cute.
Yay.
Emily,
What? What?
do you have an announcement?
No, I don't.
No, not anymore.
Do you have an anti-announcement
An anti-announcement?
to people who are looking forward to bonding?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if they've posted about it.
Fair.
Don't get too excited about bonding right now. That's all what I'll say. Might take a little bit longer.
There's been a little hiccup.
Yeah.
And we should probably announce that we will be saying semi-goodbye to Emily in the coming weeks.
I'm gonna go to the farm.
No, you're not.
Wow!
No, you're not!
What the hell?
We're sending
You're not
Emily to
going
the
to
farm
the
upstate.
No, we've decided to kick Emily out. We took a
Yeah.
vote and
Yeah, we decided
Yeah,
that
no.
nobody likes Zamp anymore.
Yeah.
Oh god, don't joke about this. This feels mean.
No, we love Emily very much, and Emily will be coming back as and when Emily can. How many times can I say Emily in a sentence?
Yeah.
Emily.
Ugh.
Emily got a big boy job and isn't gonna be around every Monday anymore. So
Yeah.
Fortunately, at least until we bully Emily's new job into making that a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
we need
also
to bully them
be...
into recognizing that playing D&D is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'll be
Yeah.
around when I have time off, so you're gonna have to rip this character from my cold dead hands. So
I know that we're going to be playing Hellions until time immemorial.
Yes.
yeah.
I'm resigned to my fate. But yeah, we will unfortunately be saying goodbye to Emily for a little while. Still here for a few weeks.
Yeah, I think let me check calendar. October 3rd is probably gonna be my last game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry guys.
So we will be welcoming a guest for our Halloween shows. As well is another announcement. And the other announcement tacked onto that is that we have Halloween shows.
Ah,
We'll
excellent.
be doing 2 special Halloween themed episodes. I hope you guys are ready to put your Scooby-Doo hats on and do some ghost hunting.
Good. Finally. Finally some quality time with Bernard.
But until then, we're playing a heckin' game.
Agree?
I don't believe it.
A small thing before we dive right in, we do practice safe streaming, which means that you guys at home should definitely not feel guilty if you come across something that is uncomfortable. You can step away, we don't mind. Please don't feel obligated to stay through a scene that you are not comfortable watching. We want you at home to feel as safe as possible. You are essentially part of our extended little family, and we would very much like you to feel safe and happy when you watch our show. If you do want to bring anything to our attention as well, or if you just want to talk through a scene or anything at all, you can get a hold of us on our Discord, which I thoroughly encourage you to check out. It is full of wonderful people and wonderful artwork by these wonderful people. um, I did mention that the stream is mature. Is there anything else that we need to mention before we dive right in? Because my brain has just gone thoroughly off the rails.
That this is an actual play Theater of the Mind D&D stream. And that
Yeah.
my big announcement this week is that I love my friends and I like playing D&D and I want to play a game with you.
Oh, that was my
Let's go.
announcement.
Nice.
Aw.
Same announcement. Same hat. Same hat.
Same hat.
You missed the very early ceremonial opening for invitation. I got it out of the way real early.
I don't even know if
Okay.
you were unmuted by the time the ceremony.
Oh, okay. All right. 'Cause it happened super early. Okay. All right. It's time for game.
Game.
Last time on Hellions of Carnocht. The trauma of going through the loops catches up to the Hellions, with Monty taking it particularly hard. He and Tink had a heart-to-heart, with Tink reminding him that he isn't alone and the Hellions are his friends, and maybe he should rely on people every once in a while. While Monty cried, the rest of the Hellions discussed what was going on with Xander. After Yenna and Yuli find a drunk hex lighting the Xanth signal by vandalizing a building, things look dire. However, Tink made a small detour to the Great Hall to bother his brother and try and find out what was going on and whether or not the Hellions would be arrested for a second time in their long and storied history. Luckily, having a brother on the scene does seem to help that prospect. We open up our wonderful little story on the day after that ever so hectic night. You've had a chance to rest. You've had a chance to recover. Unless your name is Tink.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't either.
The rest of you aren't supposed to.
Yeah, I know. It's very frustrating because you guys keep talking about it.
You wake up to the sun rising, the sound of birds beyond the window. It's a chill autumn morning, and someone is making a shit ton of noise in the main part of the dormitory. And I mean banging pots together, lots of yelling. There might be some scrabbling. There is possibly some spellcasting going on. Who knows? It's loud, it's imminent, it's immediate.
You guys want to place bets? You think it is?
Something tells me it's Hyunwoo.
It
You know, like
just feels right.
It just feels right. um yeah, I mean, Tink's been studying in his little dimensional room for the night because of course he has been. But I did give him a feat that gives him a perfect sense of time, so he will get out of it in the morning and not just lose days to it. That said, what's the con save I have to pass to leave the room?
Roll me a con save and I'll tell you.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh
Do you
no.
give yourself a con save because you have ADHD in game? Is that what I'm understanding?
No,
No,
when we leave the dimensional rooms, if we've been in there for a while, we have a con save.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was similar to like I have to open this door.
Yeah, that too. Also, I'm taking away my inspiration because I don't think I actually. I think I used my inspiration between sessions.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Oh.
So I'm I'm gonna flash of genius this just to try, and I still don't know if it's gonna work.
Go for it.
So that's a 11.
You failed that con save,
God
friend.
damn
You
it.
have to pass a 12.
Screw you. That's fine. I'll put
So
my
please
point of
add a
exhaustion.
point of exhaustion.
It's fine. It's nothing.
What level of exhaustion is that now?
Just one. No, just one. Just one.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
It's just
Alright,
one.
okay. Okay. Alright, it's just one.
It's just one.
It's just one.
You guys scare the shit out of me.
but it is actually just one.
Yeah, it's just one.
Hmm.
As DM, I am incapable of saying anything that doesn't sound like I am making a double statement, but it is just one.
It is just one. Yeah.
So the moment that you step out of that door, you also hear this ignominious banging noise, and there is now screaming added into the mix. Anybody who would like to, you can roll perception to see if you would like to tell who the screaming is by.
Is my roommate in the room? I just want to know.
No, no, your roommate is not in the room.
Oh,
I
it's-
won't make you roll perception.
It's looking
You are
good,
on your
guys.
own.
Is there only one scrim right now?
Oh god.
There's only one voice screaming at the moment, yeah.
Okay.
I just had a nightmare. Hyunwoo and Hans become best friends.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
I can see it.
I just
Nine.
Oh no. I mean, I'm not even gonna like perception it. Tink is just gonna like get out of the dimensional door and just be like, "What's going on?" and like walk over to the kitchen.
Anna is dead to the world. She's still sleeping off her exhaustion.
Nice.
Wonderful, which will be rescinded after this full night's rest.
Thank God.
Monty, Xanth?
I got
Oh,
a
11.
9.
I see. So all you hear is screaming. You don't know who it's by.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to add that I am face down in my bed and I have grabbed my pillow and I have it shoved over my ears with the blanket over my head completely, and I just do not want to perceive anything in the world right now. Um,
I'm gonna
Alright.
go down and see who it is.
Do you want to roll that perception first, or are you just going to go?
I did. I got an 11.
Oh, well, with an 11, you can definitely tell that one of the voices, the one that is screaming, is Fury.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so it's Hans from Fury. Let's go.
Yeah. I will go downstairs.
I am going to follow. I'm going to follow Xanth, even though I'm wrapped up in my blanket. I do not want to be
Oh, little burrito.
perceived.
Little burrito Monty.
Burrito.
So wrapped up in your blanket and with your curiosity in hand, Tink, Xanth, and Monty, you head down to the common room.
Yeah.
Yana,
Mm.
I'd like you to make a quick wisdom save for me.
Oh boy. Yeah. Wisdom save.
Mhm.
Oh, I have a 3 to that. 14.
Okay, good to know.
Hmm.
Don't like the way you said that.
Yeah.
I never like the way you say that.
Did not say I saved.
Nope.
Didn't like that.
As you kind of edge nearer to the world of waking, you notice that you're quite thirsty.
Mhm.
So Xanth, Monty, and Tig, you enter the common room to immediately see what can only be classified as a war zone.
Okay.
There is a couch upended, there's a table that's been kind of moved to create a sort of fort. Fury is ensconced in said fort with a saucepan lid as a shield. As ice cubes are being pelted back and forth between Hans, Fury, and Hyunwoo, who
Oh,
appears
God.
to be just trying to hoist Hans into the air and out of the way of ice cubes. There is something cooking in the kitchen.
What the fuck is going on?
It doesn't stop for you.
So
Unless you
he's
would like to be louder and make a persuasion roll.
Yeah,
Or
I'm gonna do
intimidation.
that.
back up into the kitchen away from the fight.
Okay, so that is a persuasion roll.
A persuasion or an intimidation, whichever one you would like to make.
Oh, it is a dirty 20.
Which
The
one are you making?
persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah. Can anyone tell me what the absolute fuck is going on right now?
You see that Hyunwoo just turns towards you with a determined looking face, immediately gets clocked by an ice cube, and says, "Can't you see, man? This is war." And Hans is like on his shoulders, holding a ladle that appears to be full of ice cubes.
Okay, so where's Fury at in all this? She's in a little fort.
Fury, yeah, Fury has built a fort because Fury is on her own.
Tink's gonna like lean down next to the fort. Maybe put his goggles on in case they decide to to catapult anything. And just look at Fury and be like, what's happening?
I need you to make a dex save.
That's fine. My saves don't have disadvantage yet. It's a 12.
Alright, with a 12, you get yanked into the fort, and Fury immediately puts a bowl of ice cubes in your lap and is just like, shut up and just throw them.
It's so early.
It's at least 2 hours after. You should. It's past sunrise. And she throws another handful of ice at Hans, who has now jumped off Hyunwoo's shoulders and is hiding behind the kitchen counter. The pots in the kitchen at this point are starting to bubble over.
I'm gonna go into the kitchen and see what's going on and hopefully prevent something from catching fire and or exploding.
I would like you to make a dex save as you head towards the kitchen.
It's a 14.
Okay. With a 14, you manage to dodge out of the way of 2 ice cubes that are immediately thrown at your head by Fury through the gap in the fort that she can see. They do, however, land on the countertop next to you and crack apart with a almighty sound.
I jump.
Xanth, what are you doing?
I believe I was headed to the kitchen as well, trying to avoid the line of fire specifically.
I need you to make a dex save.
Okay. I'm supposed to be really good at this.
We're all just failing our dex saves right now.
7.
With a 7, not only are you hit by one of Fury's flying ice cubes, you immediately end up with a handful stuffed down the back of your shirt by Hans.
The fuck, dude!
Don't look at me. All is fair in love and war. And he throws a handful of ice cubes towards Fury.
Okay, but like, why is it
Can
war?
I hellish rebuke that? Is that something that I can do?
Yeah, if you would like to, you can hellish
I would
rebuke that.
love to hellish rebuke Hans right now.
And how are you going to hellish rebuke Hans? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do?
I think I have to say something. You have to say something in Infernal, right?
You do, yeah. You have to say something in Infernal.
I think he's just gonna say shithead in Infernal.
So you summon the infernal multiplanar language of the devils,
Mm-hmm.
and you just call him a shithead.
Yes, and I do 14 damage.
Oof.
Oh.
Oof. Is there a save for that, or is it just straight up damage?
Let me check. Wait, no, yes, I do 14 because it's 2d10. They have to make a dex saving throw.
I've lost another dice. That is a failure.
Do
That
you
was a
even
2.
need to know my save DC or?
No, that was a 2. That is a
Okay.
straight up fail.
Yeah, he takes 14 fire damage.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So, in the midst of all of this flying ice that is pelting pretty harmlessly off of each other, apart from a bruise that appears to be above Hyunwoo's eyebrow, Hans just catches fire. You call him a shithead, and he just bursts into fire. It's very like isolated fire, specifically like around his shoulders.
Mhm.
And it's there and then gone in a second.
I almost got a 20 on my wild magic, so we're good.
Oh my
Oof.
god.
Oof.
Oh boy.
That that you really are a hothead.
I don't. He put. This like trying to shake the ice out of his shirt. He fucking.
Hans is left with no eyebrows. He is coughing smoke out of his lungs. And it's just like, that was not exactly what I had thought you would respond with, but I can respect that.
Tink's just like, I think like had like is just sitting with like the ice cubes that Fury gave him and like has his head on her shoulder like sunrise isn't when people get up. People get up at reasonable times. Is class soon? Like why are you guys doing this?
It's rather bold of you to assume, you see, that we've actually been to bed.
What do you-
Fury, you notice, is in bandages. There is what appears to be a splint down Fury's arm, and several areas that appear to have had a poultice applied, and shiny new skin is now visible.
Tink like blinks for a moment and just then what? There's even more reason for you to not be doing this right now. Why? Go to bed. Fury, go to bed.
I think a medically induced coma counts as rest, don't you? And she throws a couple of ice cubes out of the fort, and they both clock Hans on top of the head, and he just kind of ducks with each one.
I
Or
guess.
would you rather that I'd have left him without a distraction and you'd have not woken up to a common room at all?
What do you mean not a comment? It's what?
Trust me, it's a line of wisdom that I learned the moment I came out of academy with this idiot. If you leave him to his own devices when he's worried, you end up with total destruction.
Good to know. I guess. It's
Now,
a big like.
are you
Tink will
joining
remember
in or are we
this.
stopping?
You guys can do whatever you like. I am gonna get out of the fort. And
Well-
probably make my way to class, I guess. He like furrows his brow like, am I really going to class?
Oh, I didn't peg you for the sort. And she throws another handful of ice at Hans, who is just slowly being buried in ice at this point.
What's that supposed to mean? Did you see Balthazar in Medical Ring at all? You're both there. I mean, there's different rooms.
Professor?
Yes, Professor Klein. Professor Klein.
Oh, well, you see, I didn't exactly look across all of the beds before I left. But I do know that a lot of the professors did end up in the infirmary, the sleeping potion that they were put under was particularly strong, effective.
Right. Okay.
Many of them, as far as I'm aware, are still asleep.
Interesting. I mean, I should probably figure out if I have class today then. I think.
Might be wise. And she throws
Okay.
another handful of ice out, at which point, like, several little dinks ping off of the blanket that she's draped over the fort.
Tink just like hands the bowl of ice back, like you do you, and is gonna head to the kitchen with boys.
Xanth, Monty, you find the kitchen is also a mess. Hyunwoo is hiding behind the countertop that Hans had been hiding behind, but even as he's hiding behind the countertops, he is peeling potatoes.
What are you doing?
Was that a tiny squeak from
Yeah.
Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Fucking boy.
He's a good boy.
He's such a good boy.
He's still peeling potatoes. He's got a bowl full of potatoes and peels just kind of in his lap.
What are you doing?
I was told to peel potatoes, so I'm peeling potatoes.
Who,
I think they're supposed to be fried.
who told you to peel potatoes?
Are you frying potatoes?
I don't. He immediately looks overwhelmed.
I think
Who-
Tink
who-
just kind of
who-
pokes his head in the room like, breakfast, probably. You know?
Oh.
I that
Wait.
that man that you were with at the ball, he says to Tink.
What about him?
He gave me instructions: peel potatoes, get some oil going, and you see there is a pot of boiling oil on the hob.
Okay, that's probably too much oil.
He left me very exact instructions. And he left you that, and there's like a note on the kitchen counter that has a slowly melting ice cube on it that appears to have blurred the ink.
Tinkle pick it up. Is it still fairly legible?
Roll perception to see if you can pick out all of the letters.
Oh, I don't even know if I'll have to roll a second time for that. Perfect. Okay. That's it's 9.
You can only pick out a few things here and there. But what you pick out doesn't exactly make full words. You can pick out Belial's signature at the bottom.
Yeah. He'll make note to find someone who has prestidigitation. And see if we can fix this.
Wait, that's me.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
That I think Tinkle kind of like wave it at Xanth and be like, can you see if cleaning this off helps? It doesn't say anything. We probably don't need this much oil, so he's gonna like start trying to like organize the kitchen, knowing if Belial's left instructions, he probably knows what's going on, kind of, sort of.
Xanth is gonna try to clean it up, but absolutely try to read it without Tink noticing.
Roll sleight of hand and Tink roll perception to see if you notice what Xanth's doing.
Oh my god, I just rolled 2 19s in a row.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, sleight of hand.
Oh, I got a 17.
That's
So
I got a
close.
24.
Oh, okay. Do I still see what it says?
You still see what it says, but Tink knows that you've read it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Essentially, the letter reads, just, Tink, I'm sorry about our fight. I shouldn't have taken the stand that I did. You're an independent person and you can make your own choices, even if they are particularly bad ones and I don't approve of them. We should talk. I've left the stuff for breakfast. I will be by shortly to finish it up. hopefully we can have a small chat before you head to classes. Love, Belial.
That's a very long note. Tink snatches it back and reads it and just frowns at Xanth, but he doesn't say anything. It's not offensive.
Xanth is
He probably
trying to
blushes a little
not
bit.
make eye contact right now.
And seeing that it says that he'll be back soon, I think Tink just looks at Hyunwoo and is like, okay, what did he say to do with the potatoes after they were peeled?
We're supposed to grate them?
Yeah, okay. And he's just gonna start taking some of the peeled potatoes and grating them, knowing that Sir will be moody if he gets back and no work is done.
Sir will be moody.
Sir will be
We'll
moody.
be moody.
Listen, they're already fighting, okay? He's not having a great time.
Because
Oh,
is there
God.
anything I can do to help?
What was that, Ned?
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know if. Are you sure it was a full pot of oil? Are you sure that's what we're dealing with? Not a pan.
Hyunwoo looks very overwhelmed, doesn't quite know what's going on. It's like, I know that eggs were mentioned.
Right.
What?
You know what, Monty? I think probably turning the oil down. I think that's probably the best thing we can do right now. And checking the other pots and seeing what's up. If there's, I don't know,
do that.
but I don't want to burn the kitchen down.
Do you check the pots, Monty?
Yes, I do.
One of these pots at some point was milk. It's now froth.
Oh,
And the other pot was at one point some form of maybe a syrup or something. It's just burnt and charred to the bottom, but it's still kind of gooey.
While this is going on,
I sniff the burnt syrup one.
amazing.
It smells bad. It smells burnt.
What were these?
There's just silence from Hyunwoo, who's just he's. You get the impression that he started doing this before the fight broke out, but since has become a little bit shell-shocked by the sheer violence that is going on around him, especially since Hans and Fury are now just directly throwing ice back and forth through a tiny hole in the fort.
While this is going on, where's Yenna in this scope of the battle?
Yes, Yenna. Where is Yenna?
Yenna is, I think at this point getting to the point where she's thirsty enough that's I have to get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed, but I have to. And is gonna throw on a robe and wander in, kind of half awake. She's not fully awake yet, so she's not even woken enough to take off the gold leaf face mask that she wears when she's
Stop,
my
I love her.
so she's just gonna walk in with just gold leaf on her face. And her hair is just kind of braided. And I was like, oh, braid. And yeah, so she just looks half awake and then sees this and just stops in the doorway to the kitchen.
Hyunwoo, on seeing Yenna, makes a small squeak and hides behind the counter again.
She can see you.
What are you so scared about?
Hey, you don't need to hide.
Does this look like the face of fear? And he wipes a hand over his face and makes a strange face as it comes down.
Yes.
Sticks his tongue out.
I mean, yeah, the fact that you're making a stupid face instead of just looking at us with your normal face kind of does, yeah.
It's very disconcerting that you're all as perceptive as you are. I really, we can couch that attitude. I would like to be able to lie to you, please.
No.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I can literally read your mind. I don't think it was possible.
Xanth, I don't know if
Hyun-
now is the time.
Hyunwoo looks immediately at you, Xanth, horrified, and uselessly puts his hands over his ears.
It's
I'm
not
not.
gonna. The
I'm
thoughts
not
aren't
doing
gonna
it right
like
now.
stay
I could if you
in.
want me to, but I'm not doing it right now.
Who are
Yo,
you guys talking to?
Hanru.
You're
A hand just appears over the top of the counter and waves at you,
Uh, okay. She's just like gonna wander in and like side eye Hans and Fury to be like, that's not my problem.
yeah, exactly. We're all just like, you know what? You guys do you.
I don't think she can even tell that Fury is under there, so it's just Hans like bullying like a first year or something is probably what she thinks is happening. She's like,
He would.
hazing.
Yeah, no, Hans would.
Mhm.
Yenna,
Yeah.
you see all of them gathered in the kitchen, the absolute mess that is on the hob, and Hyunwoo with a bowl full of semi-peeled potatoes, looking very out of his depth.
Why are you on the floor?
Well, he motions to a puddle of what was once ice on the floor. There was a lot of crossfire for a little while.
Oh. As long as you weren't involved in that, I don't care.
Oh, definitely not.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's she's just like trying to find water at this point. It's like, you guys, what are you making?
trying to rescue breakfast.
Yeah, Balial told Hanru to boil oil or something like that.
Yeah, unclear on what the
What?
instructions were. Yeah. Tink just like keeps grating potatoes.
And is just not understanding anything that's happening. It's just like, uh-huh. So,
Breakfast is
okay,
happening.
sure. Do any of you know how to cook?
Tink looks around the room like if I am the most experienced person here, we're in trouble.
I know. I know how to cook.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's a lot of oil.
Yeah,
It's too much of it.
I'm
What are
thinking
you
it's
deep
probably
frying?
I presume
Potatoes.
potatoes.
Uh, she just makes a face like, "Ugh, so heavy for breakfast."
uh yeah,
She
I
just
assume we try to de-chaos the kitchen as much as we can.
Yenna does not help. She just sort of like gets water, sits her ass on the counter with her legs like off, just watching.
At
This
which point
room
Hyunwoo kind of unfolds from the floor and starts trying to clear up and cook with the others.
can we do a roll to see how much we can save breakfast before Belial comes
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, of course. Okay. What shall I make you roll?
Yeah,
Who wants to
breakfast.
try and save breakfast?
I do.
No.
I'll
Monty
try.
does.
Tink will try and assist. He's
Yenna
sleepy.
doesn't work.
Is it a survival
It's
roll?
also
I feel like it's a survival roll.
Yeah, I also feel like it's a survival roll, and you get advantage with Tank assisting.
Okay. Well, thank God that I got advantage.
Oh no.
And um, we got a 4.
Oh my god.
I can't even help that. Wait, you I don't know if you still have it, but you still have inspiration marked.
Okay. Would you like me to roll inspiration?
I don't know. Is that if you can get it high enough, I can give you a +5. But a 9 I don't think is worth striving for.
I got I added that inspiration. So that is a 10 now with your +5.
Good. Yeah.
With the
We got a
inspiration.
15 to save breakfast.
With
Oh,
a 10,
God.
Wait,
Monty, you
was it a
don't.
10 or a 15? Oh yeah, 10. Okay.
Monty, between you and Tink, you can't quite figure out what Belial was trying to make. But you think that it might have been hash browns, so you try and make hash browns. This is not an easy process.
Oh.
Um, you also, like, you don't know what was going on with the syrup. You don't know what was going on with the milk. But you know that hash browns go well with eggs.
Hmm.
And they go well with toast. And they go well with bacon. All of which you've got in the fridge.
Yeah, I'm not
So
touching
you...
that bacon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Of course not.
Mhm.
But, like, there's vegetables in there too that you could cook if you wanted to. But you do manage to scrounge together a decent breakfast.
Excellent.
It at least
Yeah.
doesn't look
I
like.
say decent. It is not what Belial intended.
No,
No.
no, 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 no,
You
no, no, no.
cleared, I think.
But the kitchen doesn't look like an absolute disaster.
Oh no, it does. With that
Fair.
survival roll, it's a disaster.
Fair.
And how much how many burns have I added to myself?
Oh my god.
0.
no.
None. You're
None.
fine.
Don't give yourself more scars.
I can just ask Tink to help me with them.
Not how this is supposed to work.
Can I roll a perception check to see if Yenna notices the bruise on Keanu?
Yeah, go for it. Roll a
Okay.
perception.
Fucking a 4.
4?
Yeah. See shit.
Yeah, you don't see anything. To be fair, it's difficult for you to see anything at all since Hyunwoo appears to be, like, making like his own breakfast, but enough for 2.
Oh.
Of course he is.
Of course he is.
Xantha's gonna sit down and bother Yenna if she has a second.
Okay. Yeah, she's
Um,
just sitting there on the counter.
Hey, did you and Yuli happen to talk more to Hex?
Oh, yeah, we found your girlfriend. She's cool.
It's not my
She's definitely your girlfriend.
don't say that.
He was literally trying to get your attention by like what does she call you? Anyways, yeah, there's like a giant sign
what?
painted
No,
in one of
no,
the
what?
buildings. What?
Wait, what do you mean call me?
She had a nickname. I don't remember what it is. Real life Danny doesn't remember what it is. So.
Real life Nick remembers what it is. Do you not remember?
Real
what
life
it is?
Emily remembers.
What was it?
Honey
Please-
bear.
Literally what I call my husband.
Perfect. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Yeah, Xanth turns green.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, she like painted that on a building, trying to get you to pay attention to her. So yeah, definitely your
That's good. Do
girlfriend.
you know where she is now? Maybe is she still in the dorms?
What happened after we jumped off the roof? Did we go and like paint more stupid shit and then split? What happened?
Roll history.
Cool.
Oh my god, do you guys not remember what happened after you ran off with Hex?
I mean, Yenna
Oh,
was
no.
drunk, so
Yeah,
there's no reason
jump
for her
after
not to
you.
remember, but we never played it out, so I have no idea. History is a 25.
Yana wasn't drunk, so Yana remembers. Hex was determined to get to know you all, so she dragged you into the city around some of her favorite haunts. Most of them were little holes in the wall. It was a night of good food, good drinks. There was something with like honey. It was great. And then you ended up at like a musical show, and the musical show got raided by cops, and you ended up running. And it gets a little hazy at some parts, but essentially you ended up at a park just like chilling and watching the sun come up, and then you came in to you came back to the dormitories like not long before dawn, not long after dawn had started.
Yeah.
It was a good night. It was a
It was
very
a great
good night.
But yeah,
Adorable.
so gives him the cliff notes on that. Um, and this is a thing that I think Xanth is there and close enough. So it's like you can see that Yenna's tail is like swishing back and forth, like kind of like an excited cat's
Bleh.
under her little robe, and she's clearly very pleased to have gone out and like had kind of like a girls' night. Like
That's so
she
cute.
really had a
Aw.
good time.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, your girlfriend's great.
She's again not my girlfriend, but that's
Yeah, she
really
just calls you honey bear for no reason.
yeah, I think so actually,
Uh-huh.
specifically that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Weirdly
But
don't believe you.
I do I just re-met her like 3 days ago.
Wow, she moves fast.
Yeah.
Or she's been pining for you? That's a thing, right?
This was like it's like the fourth day at school right now or something like that. So I don't really know. I think she just met me.
She just met you and she acts wow.
What? What?
I don't know. That's a lot. She's really into you. You should ask her out.
I did.
I mean, like, to be your girlfriend since she's not your girlfriend.
Oh. How do you how do you do that?
Oh no.
Well, I bought my girlfriend a book and that worked.
I don't know. Do you think drugs will work?
I
How much of this am I hearing while I'm making
I
breakfast?
don't think we're being super quiet about it, so like
Yeah, as soon as Xanth says, like, do you think drugs will work? Tank's just gonna, like, shout over his shoulder, like, stop trying to give Hex drugs.
she wants them.
I don't know if she does.
I told her I had drugs when we first met, and she thought that was really cool.
Oh, by the way, Tink, I gave the stuff to Jinx. She's kind of mad at you though. I wouldn't go over there.
Tink, like, tries to keep his composure, but he definitely, like, jumps a little bit, like, not facing them while Yenna says that, and she's like,
So
yeah,
maybe
cool.
we could go over today, and Yenna could help me figure out what to say, and then we could.
Tell her you really like her, and that you want to be her honey bear.
We all laugh at Xanth.
Like exactly those words, or
I mean, I actually get the impression that that would work.
okay.
I feel
Start-
like, yeah, she
He
just
looks like he's taking like mental notes. So you're talking about this.
an expert in romance.
I mean, to be fair, Yenna does have a girlfriend, so
Yeah, I mean,
in this group, she's doing pretty good.
Did go out of her way to buy the one thing. She was like, I think she'll like this for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Give
So-
her. Do you have drugs? Do you even have drugs to give her?
No, I was Tink won't give me drugs.
That's fair. Tink won't give me drugs either.
Roll perception.
Tink's just like turning around, like, why is this how you talk about me? I'm in the room.
Is it not?
Oh.
Am I lying? Am I wrong?
Oh God. It's an
I got
8
an
for
old
me.
19 on my key.
19.
A 19, okay. Xanth?
Also a 19, it looks like.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Okay. Monty?
I am not actually paying attention to this because I am still trying to save I'm still trying to save breakfast.
Okay,
And
alright.
that's my full attention.
Alright, got it. Xanth, Yenna,
Mm-hmm.
Tink, you don't see this, but Fury has poked her head out of the fort and is holding the back of Hans's jacket as if to stop him from going over and asking about what you guys are talking about, and is looking at you, Xanth, disapprovingly, and also like at Tink, like switching between the two of you. Meanwhile, Hans just looks intrigued.
Hans wants drugs, is what you're saying.
The drugs even affect Hans?
What?
He doesn't know. They don't know. They don't know, and they want to find out.
To be fair, drugs aren't necessarily like poisons, so they're
It might, yeah.
Some of them are.
It might be a fun
no,
time.
some of them are, but Tink would know which ones aren't. So, oh my god.
Do you want to come over here and talk about drugs with us, or are you just gonna fight
Stop!
and look at
Stop!
us?
We are literally. If this that is our prefect. We are at school. May I remind you? And we are going to class soon.
Points at Fury.
Personally, I
She's
would.
right. Also, I'm glad to see you're not dead. Hans
Oh,
is
yeah.
freaking out.
Hans immediately stops saying whatever Hans was about to say, and Fury just sighs a little bit, far too fondly. I was like, he does tend to panic.
He was really worried about you. He was.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was not
Well,
having a good time.
he was stressing
I'm
the
all right,
fuck out.
and I'm all right enough to send you a disapproving look. None of that.
Which.
I just told you he won't give it to us. He's being responsible.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, just know that I will have to report anything if I see anything going on.
So you are a cop.
Yeah, no, you really
Yeah,
don't
no,
need to. Actually, you're
obviously.
not the prefect, so I would
Yeah.
actually say that you probably should.
Hans is also joining this in. Hans, who is the prefect, is like, it's not your job to report anything. Why would you just spoil their fun? Like, just because we are military doesn't mean that we need to tell people. We can turn a blind eye on these.
and I
you
mean,
see-
technically nothing is illegal. Tink kind of like she just like gives a little like 50-50 like body motion on that as he's like doing what he's doing.
Fury just sighs and goes, it might not be illegal, but just do it where I can't see it. I don't want the conflict with my job.
Fury.
Don't come in our dorm rooms then.
You guys make
I'm
it
supposed
sound
to be
like-
helping you.
Yeah, but that's like an invasion of privacy.
Right?
I've not been in your dorm rooms.
Well, I'm just telling you not to.
You guys are really making this sound a lot worse than it is.
Fury, if you were going to ask out a girl, what would you give her?
What would I give her?
Yeah.
I'd find something that she likes.
Seth like looks at Tink as she says this.
That's not a way to get high.
Yeah, like some like glow shit. She was having a ball with that last night. Like shit like that.
I think she's more interested in like steam
But you-
bombs or
You don't
explosives.
have to give anybody anything to court them.
I mean, I do have explosives.
Okay, I think that would actually work great if I could.
I really think that maybe we shouldn't be discussing explosives as a gift.
Well, I mean,
I can.
technically it's
hold on,
hair
I have
dye.
some stuff on me. Let me look through my
Air dye
inventory.
that explodes.
Unfortunate
She would
side
love that.
effect.
She would love that.
Kind of a choose your own adventure kind of potion.
I feel like
I
that's
got-
actually really good for her because she does seem like the kind of person that would dye her hair or want explosives.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That feels
mean-
like a much more like a personalized gift.
Yeah.
Do you want to trade with something? I have like the tiny book that Balial got caught in, or maybe like a candle from Balthazar's office. He's like going through his like bag.
Yeah, I think random magical items that you have pilfered from a teacher's office would be great. And this is definitely something we should still be talking about in front of the prefect.
At
this point, Fury's just covered her face with her hands and is just like not looking at you guys. She can't look at you. She's just
Covered her face with her hands or her hands.
Oh, that was
It is
good.
her Hans, though. That's the thing. We know
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I think breakfast's ready now.
Oh, good.
Good.
I don't think I ate enough last night.
I don't think I ate anything last night.
Hmm.
Well,
Nope.
there are two choices. For breakfast, you can have what Monty has cooked, or you can have what Hyomu has cooked. Both
What
look
is-
equally dubious.
Can I have both?
Yeah.
How dubious is dubious?
BBDBS.
So if Hanmu is like handing her a bowl of something and it looks vaguely like something from home, she'll probably eat it.
Oh, yeah. Essentially, he's made like porridge.
Okay, yeah, she'll eat the
Yeah,
she'll eat the juk. Yeah.
he's made like porridge and a couple of like little pancake things.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
use prestidigitation to make everything taste just a little bit better.
That's cheating.
No,
no,
it's not. That is exactly how that shit's supposed to be used.
Oh dear.
it's in the spell details. Okay, I
Yeah,
can do
nobody
it.
does it, and they should. It's a great spell.
Oh my god. Can't wait to have wild magic on you wanting the food to taste better.
Okay, it's a cantrip. I'm fine.
Yeah, Tink's just sitting on the counter eating hash browns at this point. Only
Counter
potato.
gremlins.
While
Only
you're
potato,
divvying
only on
out
counter.
while you're divvying out breakfast, Hans and Fury have kind of reset the room back to what it was, and there are now suspicious towels in lumps across the floor that are just covering where the puddles of ice are. And Hans kind of settles with his elbows against the counter. Like, so, do you have a plan of action for the day? I know that we have quite a lot to look into, but we should probably start.
Plan of action for what? For what's who are you talking to?
Well, all of you present and collect know of the secret.
Tink shoots a look over his shoulder to see if anyone's like outside of the kitchen. And goes like, "What secret is that?"
Operation Groundhog Day?
Is that what we're calling it now? After the famous play Groundhog Day that we all know.
Yeah, it's just like, okay.
You see,
never seen this
I
Groundhog
haven't
Day
heard that reference.
exists.
you hear Fury just let out a high pitched noise, like a balloon deflating, and just like clings to the edges of the group, but is trying very hard not to listen to Hans being a fuck up.
Amazing.
That way, I think it would be better. I think I probably would have enjoyed it more if I had seen it.
Well, I mean, we got plenty of time to go see it eventually, so
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I wouldn't talk too freely in the kitchen since the last time we did that. He like looks at Hyunwoo.
Hey, I
Yeah.
only go eavesdropping when it's interesting stuff to hear.
Yeah, and you won't be the only one. There is no plan of action. We are going to class. Or at least I'm gonna go see if my teacher is out of the infirmary and if there is a class. But that's it.
Do we even know where Balthazar is?
Tink just shakes his head. Mouthful of hash brown.
Yenna looks greatly upset about that. Just like, oh no.
He like taps
The
a sending
professor-
stone.
The
Hey,
professor was not a priority.
Are you awake yet? At Balthazar. I mean, at everyone, but like at Balthazar, because he's the only one not in the room.
Have I told you yet how much I loathe the fact that you can contact me at any time you so wish?
Okay, yeah, I think he's
fucking
fine.
didn't answer our call for 2 days.
Are you okay?
Define okay.
Are we
Well,
having
you're not
class today?
dead. Yenna's just like, you were gonna go anyway.
You don't know
There's
that.
a small quiet fuck comes through on the tones.
So is that a no, or...
That's so we should probably move up the timeline on talking about what we're going to do. I'll cancel classes. And there's just like a sound of pain follows that.
I mean, I could... And I don't know. Tink, like, pauses for a second. Should I, like, be your TA or something?
That's probably a good part of the plan.
Okay. I'll call off classes. I don't know if anyone will believe me, but, like, whatever. We can make it official later.
Did I tell you to call off classes? Aren't TAs supposed to do what I tell them?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Drag your ass down here and do it yourself. That's fine. And Tink, like, ends calm on the sending stone.
And it's gonna just be like, where are you?
At least one of you still wants to talk to me. I'm currently in my offices.
Okay. I mean,
So-
I don't think he doesn't not want to talk to you. I think you're just being, like, kind of weird at him.
He started it.
I'm just
But
trying to
he
do
gets
you a
up.
favor.
You could
I made breakfast. Do you want breakfast?
No.
It's not poison.
I don't trust that.
What the fuck, dude?
Are you
Balthazar rolled insight and does not trust that it's good food.
You want much Wade? It's totally edible. Porridge.
I mean, it's edible. It's not. Monty's just like standing, looking at his attempts to save breakfast. Is just like.
Did you eat?
Tink just looks at Monty, like, off the sending stone. He's like, it's really good, Monty. It's okay.
I'll be there soon with all of our research.
I should... Is the common room really the best place for this?
I don't know, you don't seem very eager to move. You've got breakfast.
We're bringing you
we can
breakfast,
literally...
dumbass.
We can go there. Just, like, give us
Yeah.
a minute. Lie down.
No, I'm good.
Oh my god.
Stay where you are. We're coming to you.
When did you all get quite so bossy? Oh, wait, answered my own question. For fucking ever.
Wow, okay.
Did you even eat
Good to
today?
know something about change.
Eat today.
I love Hans, Fury, and Kenwu just, like, sitting, hearing this half of the conversation only. It's just all of us fucking roasting this poor guy.
Who is
He
the
does.
adult here? I think it's me. I think I'm supposed to be the ones worrying about you.
Then you should act like it. Did you eat
Firstly-
today?
Firstly, rude. Secondly, no.
So yeah, we're bringing you breakfast.
God. And he just
Okay.
turns off the sending stone, refuses to reply anymore.
Okay, so yeah, Tink will look at, like, the three that, like, can't hear what's going on and be like, yeah, okay, we'll head over to the Artificer's Wing. I should stick around here for a bit. He says that, kind of clutching the note in one hand. But I will be there soon.
Hyunwoo kind of looks from you to the note, Tink, and is like, I mean, I can always send him along.
Yeah, come with us, Tink, please.
He doesn't know. Can't just send him
Um,
into a space where we're talking about this shit.
Yes,
Yeah,
Tell him.
Talk about it?
I could tell him.
he knows.
What?
He knows what's going on.
Did you tell him?
I overheard him last night when I ran away the first time. I listened to him after their fight, I listened in on him and Ilya, and they were talking about this this whole situation, and they know what's going on. They know about the loops, both of them. Tink, he he said that he was happy for the first time in this loop. And I think it's because you two are together. But we shouldn't trust him. He's in Ilya's pocket.
It's all the more reason for me to meet you there then.
No,
No,
no, you're
Mhm.
coming with us.
I have
Yeah,
to
I don't,
agree, it seems very careless to put yourself in such a position of danger.
yeah, I don't know if I trust you with him alone, if that's the case.
I'm not in danger.
how do you know
I
that?
don't.
Did you guys talk about it?
He didn't even tell you that he knew.
I think what we need to do right now is just go talk to Balthazar, and after we get these under control, some sort of sense as to what we're doing this time, and the research that he's done, I'll go with you as a cat when you talk to Belial. I don't want you to go into that alone.
I don't need supervision.
I'm not
Yes, you do.
supervising you. I'm protecting you.
Everybody should have backup in enemy territory.
It isn't
Listen
enemy
to them.
territory.
It is enemy territory because he's in Ilya's. He and Ilya may be fighting, but he and Ilya are working together. And I hope that we could. I hope that we could get him to double agent or whatever. But there's. Tink, I don't. I'm your friend, and I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Please, I'll just I'll just be a cat, and when you go talk to him, and you won't know I'm there, and I can keep my eye out, and maybe just if Ilya's there, whatever, I can just try and distract him or something. I don't want you going to that alone.
Can I do a thing really quick? Because I remembered that we have abilities with our stones.
Yeah,
So,
go for it.
I believe mine was that I can see through the perspective of someone who has a stone for 10 seconds once per day. Is that correct?
You can indeed.
I just want to check on Belial.
Oh my god.
Okay. So you close your eyes and focus all of your magic and power on the stone that you possess and its ties to the other stones. And you feel a small tug at the back of your mind, a little bit like when you feel yourself falling in a dream and you get that sudden lurch of your stomach. And suddenly the eyes that you're looking out of are not your own. The room around you is much different. It's easy to recognize, as the room around Belial at that point is the morgue that you are all very familiar with.
Oh shit, okay, well, I think I came in at a good time.
He is talking to Ilya, who appears to be bent over some sort of gurney with what I will kindly call a patient on it.
Okay.
but it is easy enough to recognize this as some kind of construct, very like the one that you had seen last loop.
Okay.
You cannot hear what they are saying. You can only see visually what is around Belial.
Okay. Does the construct look like a person or like just a construct?
The construct that you saw last time, quite clearly had humanoid features, and this one does too, but there are differences. It
Uh-huh.
appears to have been made slightly more human-esque. There are only 4 eyes instead of 6. This skin is quite pallid, but it appears to have a kind of metallic shine to it.
Okay. Cool. Cool. I wish I took the feat to learn how to read lips, but I didn't. So.
I have that.
We should switch traits.
Oh, absolutely not.
But that's all I see, essentially.
That is all you see, yeah.
Um,
You can see that they are conversing because you can see Ilya turns every couple of seconds to reply with something, but you are unsure what.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. um, so do I pop back into normal life, or does like am I still seeing through? Like it's 10 seconds, right?
It is 10 seconds. You can end it early or you can continue to watch.
I'll just watch until it's up. If anything else
Okay.
happens.
Nothing else really happens except you do see Ilya reach for what appears to be one of the 5 small gold skulls lined up on a tray next to him, and he selects the one that looks like a viper skull, and that is all
And
you see.
all the other schools are the aspects as
They
far
are
as
indeed. Yes.
Okay. Okay. um yeah.
And with that, you open your eyes and you are once again yourself.
Seth, are you okay?
Um yeah, I I don't think the Rock's ever done that before, but I think I was looking through Belial's eyes. Not that I was snooping, but I was definitely trying to see where he was while we were talking about him in particular.
What did you see?
Um he's in the morgue making a construct with Ilya right now.
This is why you need someone to go with you.
I
I don't believe you.
do you want to cast a spell on me or something? Because I don't know why I would lie about this, Tink.
I don't know why either.
I know you really trust him, but I don't think you should.
You say that like you all know him. He would never hurt
We
me.
don't know him, and I think that's kind of the point, though. Like, if Lawrence or Hyunwoo had shown up and was great, but then somebody else, like, if you had seen Lawrence talking to Ilya or Hyunwoo talking to Ilya and overheard them saying they knew stuff they weren't supposed to know, would you let me or Monty go talk to them without somebody backing us up?
Monty is like hastily wiping tears from his eyes, trying to make sure that like no one can see that he's crying.
Oh,
But
baby boy.
If it was us and roles reversed, would you let us go?
Tink, we're not saying that you have to leave Belial. We're just saying that maybe you shouldn't be alone with him until we figure out what's going on.
If
It
he isn't,
doesn't have to be completely. We we just need to figure out more information before we know it's safe or not. And it's just you not being alone. It's not like you can't talk to him.
I think Tink just kind of like sits silent for a minute. I wouldn't let you go alone.
Look, I really hope that we're not worrying over anything right now, Tink, but if we are, then it would be really bad.
I don't like that he's not talked to you about it.
I don't like that he was building a construct in the morgue with
Yeah,
Ilya.
I, mm, I, thinking about Yuli and her weird background potentially, it's just like, I, I don't know if that's incriminating in and of itself, but just that he's not been honest with you. It's not great. Points at Shenwu. Lying is bad.
You see Hyunwoo just kind of looks very overwhelmed for a second and then puts one hand to his mouth and is just like, yeah, no, you're right. I am so sorry. I have done wrong and can only apologize. And gives you a shy little smile.
Oh my
He is
god.
gonna smile back,
Oh.
and it's like, we'll talk about it later.
Listen, I mean,
Yeah.
I also haven't said anything to him. So maybe it's just a case of either of us know that the other person knows.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
And
But
we can give him the chance to come clean, or vice versa, because honestly, toxic on both of your parts. But yeah, Ilya is the scariest person on campus.
Tink, how do you feel about maybe taking cheese with you and asking Belial maybe about the morgue, maybe about the loops, but I could try to read his thoughts through cheese while you're talking to him.
No.
Why not?
So I want to give him a chance. Maybe if we knew that something was wrong, but no,
Something.
I just want to talk to him first.
Okay.
I think at that Tink might just like leave the kitchen.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Wait, no, you can't. We have to stay together. You can't go after we say that. Tell you that shit.
What? We'll go up to the rooms.
Let's go see Balthazar. I've been waiting long enough.
Yeah, Belial might be a little while. So
So, who of you is going to go up and see Balthazar?
He's dragging Tink with him, taking his training.
Tink is
Yenna,
gonna send Belial a message and say to meet him in the artificing rooms. There won't be class today, but like meet him in the artificing rooms.
yeah,
There's a
Yenna would.
long quiet before you get a soft. All right. Yenna?
Yenna would If Yulia, I assume, is asleep still, would just like take a little bit of the breakfast, leave it on her desk, and like write a note in their like sending books, be like, "Hey, this is where we're gonna be. Um, join us whenever you wake up, but sleep it off." Little heart, and that's it.
You see, as the set of you start to head off to the artificing room, Hans follows you. Hands in pockets, definitely not looking too much like a soldier. And Fury makes a very comfy home on the sofa and gives the impression that they'll be keeping an eye on Yuli while you guys are gone.
Where's Hyunwoo?
Hyunwoo is coming with you. Hyunwoo has just assumed that he's allowed to come with you guys.
Yeah, no,
That's
if he
fine.
wasn't, Vienna was gonna drag him. And be like,
Okay,
"No,
all right.
you too."
And as you head out to make your way across the campus, we are going to go for a little break.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yay.
get up, stretch, hydrate, grab a snack, and we suggest you guys at home do the same. We will be back ASAP.
Actually, be ASAP for once.
See you in a bit, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Bye.
This is a
Hey.
public service announcement that you have.
What's
If you have
up?
tea on your desk, do not put it next to your screen tablet. Do not do that.
You make it sound like I put a drink next to my tablet and it's spilt and it's gone everywhere and now my life is ruined.
It is. It
No,
has
it's
happened. It's
just
just the relativity of time has not made us see it yet. So like,
you're gonna pull timey-wimey with me.
Wow,
yeah.
that was really good. I
That
love
was really
that.
good.
You are like in the realms of possibility. There is a universe in which you did spill that tea and your life
No, you
was
have
ruined.
already spilled the tea, but we have not perceived time that way yet. So
I love
it has
this.
already happened.
I feel like I've just been cursed by like a witch in a cottage.
Yeah, what do you think the cottage core is for?
Yeah. Here to steal
Hello,
people's
everybody.
tea.
I'm back with my dangerous drinking habits, apparently.
Yes.
We welcome you to part 2 of Hellions of Carnocht. We left part 1 with many a serious conversation after an unserious ice fight that essentially boiled down to, hey Tink, maybe your boyfriend's evil.
Think your boyfriend's sus.
Just a soft evil.
Yeah, it's just he's sus. I don't think we ever said he was evil.
He might be.
He might be.
If this were a game of Among Us, Balial would have been eliminated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he'd already be out in space floating around.
That has a lot of fucking weight in our campaign, okay? Like,
What, Among Us?
yeah, if it's for Among Us, then it's, yeah.
One of us is in the fucking hat on the floor.
Yeah.
Ah, dude.
Monty's the one that's dead.
Oh,
Oh God, come on.
With all of this
You're
wonderful
played
speculation,
Among Us, so I'm just making bad jokes where I kill my child.
please no.
with all of this wild speculation and joyful immersion into the game,
Yes.
you had set off across campus towards Balthazar's office. It is a strange feeling on campus today. There are many a student wandering around with what can only be called hangover face. In a world where potions are real, a hangover face is usually an illusion that you can look through
Oh.
if you try hard enough. A couple people are definitely sporting sunglasses, and it is not sunglasses weather.
It's always
But
sunglasses weather if your eyes are pale.
thank you, Ned.
You're welcome. I have to make it clear that I wear sunglasses year round because the snow hurts my eyes.
After that safety announcement,
Mhm.
you do, however, notice that not a lot of students seem to be making their way around in uniform or towards classes. Apparently, the rumor that you had heard that the professors were still laid up in the hospital wing has a little bit more weight than maybe you'd have thought. The artificing room, however, is exactly where you left it, and the hallway is open. There are students there who are milling about in a case of, well, now what do we do? Because it was very close to the point at which class would have started.
Yeah, I think Tink kind of like walks up into the hall and is just like, "What are you guys doing here? Class is canceled."
A particularly obstinate gaggle of first years kind of squints at you in a way that speaks to who the fuck are you to tell us to leave? And they just kind of squint their eyes a little bit, and one of them squares up like, and who are you to tell us to leave?
God.
Where are we supposed to go?
I don't know, back to your dorm rooms. He's gonna like knock on Balthazar's door. Like not breaking eye contact
making
with the
fun
kid.
of me?
Yeah, maybe. What's up? What's it to ya?
That's very rude, and I think that you should feel bad about yourself.
Your first years, we don't
all
have
right.
to feel bad about that.
Tink's like, I'll put it on my to-do list.
I don't sound like that, do I? You hear him say to his friend in the hallway, who is like, no, definitely not. None of us sound that way.
Oh God.
Oh my god. Are they like still waiting outside the class door as we like wait for Balthazar to open the door?
Oh, totally. But the moment that
Yeah.
like you pull level with the doorway, you see he's definitely stuck a sign on the door that just says, no classes, leave.
on his door or on like the classroom door?
Both.
Yeah.
Both of them. Like, it's pretty much plastered all around that end of the hallway.
Perfect. So yeah.
Admire the clarity of the statement.
Yep. Yeah, Tink just like if anyone's like remaining, he just kind of like raps against the note at the door with a metal finger, so it makes a nice loud noise, and just goes like, "See, leave."
And they turn around and like they're scowling at you the entire way, but they head towards the stairwell, like telling us to leave. We've got work to do. I want to be artificing. I don't want to be leaving.
Go to the library, read your textbook. It's not that hard.
You're not my dad. And they flip you the bird.
He flips him the bird back.
I don't know how they managed to make flipping the bird the nerdiest thing that I have ever seen.
It could have been
Someday.
it could have been something to do with the way they like wound it up as they extended the middle finger.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Bless. Tink just kind of shrugs like, what? They're artificers. What did you expect?
at Hyunwoo and it's like, no, that's not.
Unfortunately, that does. Yeah, no, that tracks. Hyunwoo was like, "Oh no, I'm home."
yeah. Tink's like, there's a reason I don't talk to any of my classmates.
Tink is too cool for school.
Not even. He's just only gotten along with his teachers.
I wonder why.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine. They'll drop out in like a year or so. Hyunwoo says.
Yeah, probably.
Hans,
The
at
graduating
which point
class
is
is
just
never that big.
Hans is like staring down the stairwell as though he can't believe that anybody is that much of a nerd.
Tink gives him
God.
kind of like a there's no reason to rub it in. and will give a little brief trap check to Balthazar's door.
Roll me a perception. No, roll me an investigation because you know to look.
Don't worry, it's still at disadvantage, and I rolled a 2. So that is a 10. It's a 10.
You do not see any traps.
I'm also going to check for trap because I'm the fucking rogue, and you're not checking traps.
Listen,
Go for it.
he's gonna try and open it anyway, even if there is a trap.
What was is that a perception check?
An investigation because you know what to look for at this point.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. The 15.
With a 15, you see that there is definitely a shock spell on contact.
Tink,
It's
Tink, and Monty's just to smack Tink's hand down.
Tink will just like take his meaning, roll his eyes, and then like knock on the door louder and be like, "It's us! Open the door."
Sam's just gonna
Stupid
cast
trap.
Dispel Magic and open the door.
Okay.
with the dispel magic, Xanth, you do feel the magic that was cast on the door fades and fractures and disappears. Right at the moment that Balthazar opens it.
Oh,
And you see
alright.
him like pause and just sigh and goes, "I'm gonna have to read this." And he shuffles out of the way. There is a definite limp to his step, and you hear the clink of his cane on the floor as he heads back into the office.
We brought breakfast. At least.
Monty has a little like box of breakfast that he has like brought with him. Little tiffins of breakfast.
It looks like he bought more than breakfast, and he is looking straight at Hyunwoo, who is trying to hide behind Monty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He knows. And he just like Tink just like waves Hyunwoo in.
He's with me. He's from back home. But he's really talented.
Balthazar raises both eyebrows and shuts the door behind you. "I trust your opinions." And shuffles over to the desk to sit down and motion at the chairs and cushions in front of it.
Monty plops onto one of the cushions.
Tank leans against the desk. He's no boundaries.
It was kind of you to bring breakfast.
Thank you.
We know you're too dumb to take care of yourself.
You look fucked up.
Listen, guys, we can probably lay off this part of the conversation for today.
No. Xanth is right. He does look fucked up. What may have been missed on a first glance, you see it looks like he's definitely been involved in a fight.
An Abraxas fight or like a different fight?
Yeah, what happened yesterday?
Here I thought that you knew about it already, considering you were inside the Great Hall.
Oh, well, yeah, you weren't.
I made friends with snakes.
I made acquaintances with Abraxas.
Oh.
So we both met snakes.
Roll
Wizards.
insight.
That is a dirty 20.
Balthazar looks both offended and like he's trying not to laugh.
Oh, cute.
Amazing.
It was a harder fight than I'd have liked it to be, but the rest of the professors of the school are safe, I've heard, and you managed to handle the basilisks with efficiency as well as the fallout.
I
They're
mean,
really nice.
it depends on who you ask. Says Tink, like obviously thinking of his brother.
There's kind of a light of disbelief there when he looks at Tink and goes, "Strange, your brother was commending your attitude to me."
At first, Tink looks like he's about to take a compliment, and he's like, "When?"
Last night.
You were conscious last night?
What did you just say, Danny? I'm sorry.
You were conscious last night?
Balthazar kind of makes a little iffy motion with his hand that's like.
Okay, so Balthazar just made up Cal being nice about Tink. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
Tink looks
You
like
have to say it.
very, very small offended.
I didn't make anything up. He stopped by before heading back into wherever he goes when he's not doing military things.
Okay.
House? I think he has a house.
He has a house.
He has to live somewhere.
He has a house. Can I insight?
Go for
I'm
it.
not gonna be able to see. I'm not gonna know. Okay, guys, the first roll's a 19. Let's see if the second one fucks it up. It did. It's a 2. It's a 3. I know nothing.
I mean, you know he's in a fair bit of pain right now. And that's
Yeah.
about it.
But that
Yeah.
wasn't what I was trying to figure out.
No.
Does he look like he needs healing, or does he just look like he's just in pain? Is it like a disabled, I have to get up and walk around after I just woke up, or is it more like I literally just almost died?
It's majorly the first one with a tiny itty bitty bit of the second. But he
Okay.
doesn't need healing.
Okay.
Okay.
It is very much I got fucked up last night and I would really appreciate not having to be awake right now.
I exercised too much at the gym yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's very
And now
fair.
I'm paying for it. Yeah.
Okay, so you were fighting Abraxas.
Fighting is probably a overestimation of what I did. Running from Abraxas is more accurate.
He just decided to fight on site? Or what happened?
Not quite. Perhaps in my foolishness, I made a quick stop off at the house that you are all familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
The cabin. The cabin, of course, which refers to the house on the cliff, wherein
Yes.
you had all stayed last loop for a short time, that you know belongs to Balthazar and had pictures of Abraxas in it.
Mhm.
Yes.
And got destroyed in a fight with the Praxis.
In a different loop.
In
Yeah.
a different.
On this one.
Nope, not this one.
Well,
Maybe this one.
I had something to retrieve and wanted to make sure that the stability of the caverns beneath the house were still okay.
Are they?
They were. I don't think so anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
But I managed to get what I was after.
Which is?
You see him debate for a second. He like goes to get up and then refuses to and just kind of motions towards the lab.
Tink will walk over.
Do you open the door?
Yeah.
On opening the door to the lab, you see the first thing that you see is gold.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but piles of gold. um, until it eventually forms into shapes other than coins, which there appears to be quite a few of as well. But there's a lot of what appears to be measuring instruments.
If I take a closer look, can I tell what kind of things they're meant to measure?
Roll intelligence.
Love to be doing these at disadvantage. Oh, fuck. It's a 1. 6. I got nothing.
Yeah, you got nothing. You know they're meant to measure something. There's like dials and stuff on them.
What are these for?
Such a blunt question when you fail to roll.
Yeah.
Balthazar kind of sighs and looks directly between you, Tink, and you, Yenna.
Huh?
They measure time, dimension, and gravity.
Ah.
They, or at least they should, with some tweak.
Tink just gives him this look like, and you want us to do that? Like.
Yenna's eyes, like, pupils are just, like, fully dilated, like, shiny.
There are several that are there to measure pressure, distance, sound waves. I thought that we could maybe put it to some use, do a few experiments.
Yeah, no, that would be good. I guess we have to keep them out here. Like, not in the rooms. Tank's like having trouble trying to express different places, different dimensions, as it were.
Can you clarify where you saw Abraxas? He didn't come with everyone else, right?
He was already at the house.
Oh.
So that was unrelated.
I would like to say yes. We haven't seen him on campus since I got here last year.
I thought we had seen him at the ball, though, right?
That was last loop.
Yeah, I don't think we
No,
saw
was
him.
that also this loop?
I don't think we saw him this loop.
Okay.
We saw Ilya.
Yeah, that's fair. We
Mhm.
might have seen someone who looked at first like Abraxas and was just Ilya. This is
Yeah.
fair.
Monty's just sitting there, like, gnawing on his fingernails. Remembering that he did a bad thing in the last loop.
It's fine.
I know this might not have been on the top of your mind while running away from, I assume, a dragon. Does he know? Do we know if he knows?
I think he does.
About the loops.
Yeah.
I gave him a proto stone last loop.
You what?
What?
I
Excuse me.
found I found proto stones. Well, a proto stone, a smooth river rock, and I didn't know what it was. I gave it to him with the assumption that I tried to trade the stone for Zinnia's safety, and that didn't work.
This was as when we were running away in that tunnel, or
This is
later.
this is when you're running away, and Abraxas gave me this, and Monty puts his hand on his face, and it's like this stayed. I gave him the stone and a, a journal I found. I
And do you happen to remember what was in the journal that you'd found? Or are we
was
completely flying blind?
no, what was in the journal is it was notes about time. It was notes about something, about maybe it was notes about Loop. Um it was written by the person who had the rock, and how they were lost, and then a group of friends, the friends came to help them. And I think it was the journal of the person who made all this, made the loops, made the stones.
And you gave it to Abraxas.
I wasn't thinking. I was trying to save Zinnia. All I cared about in that moment was that she would be safe, and I didn't know what it was. I just hoped that he would give her back to me so that we could both escape, and he didn't. And
And if I tell you that Zinnia is safe and sound at home right now,
that that's good to know.
alright, so we should add some form of operation to try and get that book back.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, it's a little too valuable.
Would have been nice if someone had mentioned that on our initial talk, but considering I was holding things back too, I can't cast stones in glass houses.
I think Monty did, but he was also in the middle of having a little bit of a breakdown, and was freaking out about having the necklace to kill Abraxas, not to kill Abraxas, from Abraxas to kill Balthazar.
Yeah, it
Um,
was it was a confusing little
A lot happened.
Stressful time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. And speaking of not
Sorry.
leaving things or putting things on the table, you never told us that these two and he like gestures at Fury and Hans.
Oh, Fury is back at the
Oh,
common room.
that this one, or I mean, and the other one.
And what?
Yeah, you.
Oh,
That they knew about all this.
Balthazar kind of looks from you, Tink, to Hans, and then across the group of you, and is like, I wouldn't necessarily say Hans knows anything.
What the fuck,
Then get out of
Hans?
here.
Hans is glaring at Balthazar, and he's like, I am perfectly aware of the situation that is at hand. I can be of help and assistance. I just
Can
don't
you?
understand it though. It goes round and round in circles. It's confusing. And he flops down on one of the cushions that's been arranged around the room.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
No,
Confusing
fuck,
is fine.
get out! You can't be in here right now.
No, I mean it's confusing. I get that. He's aware of the situation. But still, that was news to us this morning in the kitchen.
Yep.
You know? That's all.
I did want to say that I'm sorry that you had to go through the sheer chaos of last loop.
Do you remember? We already talked about this, I think. He doesn't remember where he was before the loop ended, if I remember right.
Wait, before last loop ended, or the one before that?
The most recent one. Because he fucked off right before the world ended.
I think he had
But I
just
think we
like
already
run
talked
to go
about
get
this.
someone.
Yeah, but he was gone. He wasn't answering the sending stone.
That's fair.
But I think we already mentioned this. I don't think he remembers.
Nope, he does not.
Yeah.
Considering the things that you tried last time round, shall we discuss our plans in detail? Or would you like to take another stab in the dark?
Detail,
I,
please.
Fine if
I
we-
think
no,
a plan is
Yeah,
good.
plans are good.
Well, that's great and wonderful. I don't have one.
Oh,
Usually I just let things play out, but that was before I realized that I had a small horde of children to help me try and break the loops.
I'm 18.
Not a child. Tinkling. There.
I'm kind of a child.
75 years
It's
old.
fine.
Don't tell him that.
Jenna is under no impression. She has been the first one to be like, I need an adult.
This is fair.
Also, Tink, I think by elf standards, you are kind of a kid. Did you not reach your majority until you're like 100?
Which is stupid.
Which is
But
something that a kid would
yeah.
say, but we're not going to go there.
Okay, Liz, it's not important.
Also, wow, you're younger than I thought.
Am I the only? No.
He just like squeaks in response.
Amazing.
I'm not the only one here who's. It's me and Xanth are the ones who are actually culturally adults here.
Oh
It would
no.
certainly
Oh
seem like.
no.
Yeah,
Are you
see?
serious?
It's dumb.
With that wonderful revelation, I've been trying to study what's going on with the loops. It's been a little bit tricky, but I have some suspicions that, as I said, Yenna, Tink, you could definitely help me test. Since you have so stalwartly appointed yourself my TA, Tink,
I just thought it's a good reason for us to be in here.
it is an unfortunately well thought out plan.
He's like instantly defensive.
You're going to need to have to go down to operations and sign yourself on as a TA. You will be paid, Julie. Yenna, I would like you to do the same. And you see he's like rubbing at his temples as though he's got a headache starting.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
Deanna's not even in this track. How are you thinking of managing that?
He's still technically my mentor because there isn't anybody who does magic like the stuff I do. He's the closest thing.
Right.
I mean, me and someone half a world away, yes.
What?
Never mind, we'll talk about that another time. If I can give you leave to be a TA, some sort of assistant, then you can have use of these rooms to run experiments, and it gives you, as Tink said, reasons to be here.
Tink's looking more and more like, I could just use my key and do these things anyway. Tink straight up being like, I could unregister myself from the school at this point.
Yeah. Oh, can I roll for like memory tangle?
Yeah, go for it.
What is this gonna be? History?
Yep.
The dice, no. The dice fucking are sentient. With a +7, I got a 12.
That's not it.
That's not it.
It's not it.
Right.
What
So
should Xanth and I do?
What?
You-
I'm good. I don't think I can help.
You see Balthazar give you a very long, hard look before reaching into the desk and putting a folder down in front of you. It is labeled confidential. It has the military seal on it.
Monty's just like, ooh,
Yeah,
I
Xanth
like
also
things I'm not
looks
supposed to
through.
read.
Yeah. This fucker give us busy work. Like,
Of course he's giving us busy work.
This is everything that the military has on your brothers, then.
okay.
actually, yeah, I was talking to Cal about this last night. Xanth, as much as we know that you, as right now, didn't have anything to do with yesterday, you before might have.
No, I did. That was
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
So we could use that, probably.
Use what?
I mean, you obviously have ties to them. Right?
I don't know what my ties are to them right now.
Only one way to find out.
No, that's okay. I'd rather not do that.
You should turn to page 23. There is a very lengthy essay upon yourself in that.
It's about me, or it was written by me?
Turn to page 23 and you'll find out.
Okay, I will turn to page 23.
It is written by you.
To the military about my.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Is Xanth's a spy?
Zamp looks very panicked right now.
It details several other instances of plans of your brothers to infiltrate certain high profile and high society houses, and that he is looking for something.
Well, it doesn't even fucking matter because Talia found out, so she knows that I cast a spell on him, so it's not like they're gonna trust me back in.
Unless we told them that you were aware that the military knew about his movements, and you were trying to save them.
I don't want to go back there.
I'm not going to force you to do anything, but that's definitely a card we could have in our corner. It's clear that Xander is up to something.
What does this have to do with the loops? Like, this isn't.
I mean, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Keep reading.
Is this something that you'll give me information on later, or do you want me to keep reading specifically right now at this moment?
I can give you information on it later for you to use.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he'll take it. He doesn't look happy about it.
I've been talking with Cal, and it seems quite apparent that regardless of the loops, there's something going on in this city that leads to the end of everything. Our working theory is that perhaps when the world ends, it might not be the loop resetting.
What?
What does that mean?
Do you think Xanth's brother has something to do with the loops, with ending the world?
We think that someone certainly does.
Are you saying that the loops are kind of a safety measure? Or because I thought we already kind of
No,
discussed
things
that.
are different. Are we just occupying different places? Like,
So far, the evidence has been inconclusive.
like,
Can I make an insight check?
Go for it.
I don't trust him. Oh wait, I have a bonus insight, but it's probably not gonna be much. 14.
With the 14, you can tell enough to see that he has a theory, but is trying very hard not to lean into bias.
Okay. Like personal bias.
Hmm.
Okay.
All I
think
can say for certain is that there is more going on here than any of us are aware of, and that we need to do some digging to figure things out.
right, okay. At some point, Tink has just started making notes. Like, he's just started, like, noting down the different, like, directions that we need to be going.
Well, I want to go with Xanth.
What go where?
Wherever it is that you're going.
As far as I'm concerned, he's not going anywhere yet.
Yeah, we should really try and take things a little slower time, I think. Try and give ourselves time to parse through and that we get.
Running headlong into everything certainly worked out for a few days.
yeah.
I can safely admit that's one of the shorter loops I've been a part of.
Uh-huh.
What if we did it again and then we could gather information this time and do better next time around?
Yeah. I think we need to figure out exactly what's different too.
I'm still
Why?
going through the information we got last loop. I don't think piling on more information is going to help any of it make sense. We need to see it in context. We need to give
And
ourselves
that's
something
why
to
there's a
study.
whiteboard in the next room.
It's just I
I can bring out the chalkboards, we can write down theories, we can go through everything if we'd like to. But we need some sort of course of action. Cowriel has given us the full force of his whatever they call it, and you see he just kind of waves a hand through the air. His people to do as we wish, or to at least keep people out the way of us as we try and investigate.
Is Xanth one of Cal's people? Do you work for Cal?
No. No. He looks at Balthazar.
Roll insight.
A natural one.
Balthazar definitely thinks that you are one of Cal's people.
It squints.
What did you tell him, anyway?
About what?
I mean, this to convince him.
It's a very long pause. Why do you need to know?
Are you
As
serious?
we're nosy motherfuckers.
Listen, I mean, the Cal I know is very pragmatic and logical and
Fact-based and
reasonable.
logical and reasonable. Yes, all of the above.
And just, telling him some things that might happen. Like, he just think it's some cheap divination. Like, how did you convince him?
You see Balthazar puts his head in his hand and just sighs very heavily and goes, I told him who would win the horse derbies for the next 4 years running.
Oh my god.
He just rolls his eyes.
It worked.
Can I insight on that? Not that it's gonna work. With my plus
Yeah,
one
go for
rolling
it.
at disadvantage.
Go for it.
It's fine, it's fine. I maximum got a 6. We're good. I'm not even gonna roll a second time. It's probably only getting worse from there.
That's definitely not all that Balthazar told him, but you're not going to look any closer.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's an answer. It's an answer. We've gotten further than we've gotten questioning him many times before. That's fine.
Progress.
Yes, exactly. We're making progress, baby steps.
Yeah. Hannah's already just like over fiddling with the instruments and like trying to see what they need. Calibration.
Monty's being very awkward because he's like, everyone here has a job except for me, and I don't know how I can help because at the moment I've just made things worse.
Highly presumptuous, Monty.
Tink's just fiddling with a quartz stone and a piece of paper, contemplating also making things worse. In between making notes.
I have my eye on Tink as well. Just like, because I know what this fucker is gonna try to do, and I've already told him that I'm going with him, and he can't slip away without me.
How far away is Tink from the rest of the group right now?
Probably closest to Yenna if Yenna's like fiddling with the instruments. I don't think he's really like come over from that side of the room. He's probably like leaning against the lab wall.
Like, would he be out of earshot if Xanth were to talk to possibly Balthazar?
He would see you talk to Balthazar. He might not hear you, but he'd see it.
Don't want to fuck with it yet.
Oh my god. Let my boy talk to his boy.
You can talk to your boy. I'm just gonna talk to your other platonically teacher boy. Like,
that's fair. You can
you're
say
not the
whatever.
only one who can have a conversation with Balthazar. Okay?
Exactly. You can say whatever you want when this fucker leaves the room. All right, like.
Guys, there's enough of the DM to go around.
We just gotta talk to these NPCs.
Yeah.
But please not at the same time. I'm not quite that good.
We're trying our
NPCs
best.
talk to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going first?
I'm waiting until Tink can.
I was gonna say
turn,
my
so.
my idiot's not here yet, so.
No, your idiot's not here yet, is he? And it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. My idiot's causing more problems on purpose.
Likely than you think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll kind of do a little check-in off in his corner. And just kind of give a like, hey, are you coming? Should I meet you somewhere?
No response.
Don't do this to me. Was it received?
Oh, it was received. But no response.
He'll wait a little bit and follow up again.
Roll perception.
I mean, great thing to make me do at this moment. Well,
It's intentional.
It's an 8.
No response.
There's definitely like a moment, and I think at this point there's like a vague panic on Tink's face as he's just like, it doesn't even need to be words, just say something.
Roll perception.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's not even fucking thing that's killing, disadvantage that's killing me this time. I just rolled 2 5s. So that's a 9, and I'm gonna flash of genius this for a 14. Which still isn't great, but it's better.
There's no verbal response, but you hear the tiniest little tap, tap, tap.
What does a tap 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 sound like, other than just tap tap tap?
As though something is tapping against the stone.
That's not saying something.
Roll perception.
Rolls. That's a 12, and I will flash of genius again for a 17.
Oh my god.
Tap, tap, tap.
Is this something that has ever meant anything to me?
No, it's not. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. This is not something that has ever had like specific meaning to you.
Okay.
It is not like a little in-joke that you and Belial share. It's not something that like you
Yeah.
are inherently aware of immediately.
Okay.
You can roll a check if you would like to.
I mean, I'll roll it. I won't get anything. What would it be? History? Or...
Yeah, let's go with history.
Okay. Oh, I mean, first roll's a 2, so we're doing great over here. It's a 10.
That's a definite no. You
Yeah.
do not know.
Yeah, I think Tink looks like visibly panicked at this point, and is just gonna look up at Monty and Xanth. Them being the two that he knows said like they would not want him left alone. And just kind of says like, I need to go. I don't know why he's not here, and he's not responding, and we're supposed to talk.
I think I'm coming with you.
He just nods. He like brokes no argument, like is just like, I need to go, and I need to go now. And if that means you're coming with me, then you're coming with me.
Xantha's gonna try, if Monty's not too far away, just gonna throw cheese to him.
Oh. Thanks.
Yeah. Don't die, please. Please let us know if you need help.
Yeah. No, we will. No dying. Not going far.
We'll be back in the next patch.
Yeah, and Tink just kind of like nods and goes to run out the door.
Yeah. If he's already gone, then it won't happen, I guess.
I mean, if you try and catch him, he was closest to Yenna, so.
Yeah, I mean, she was gonna be like, if this is like really like a big emergency, she was gonna cast haste on both of them.
Oh.
If it's like, you gotta run, then like run.
I mean, he is looking like he thinks it's an emergency for sure.
Okay, then yeah, she'll go ahead and run up and just like kind of slap them both and just be like, "Go!"
Get out of here.
So yeah, we'll cast haste twice.
Yeah.
To them.
So against everyone's better judgment, we will go run towards the morgue.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh god.
It's only for a minute, but you know.
I mean, it'll give
Oh,
us
I can only cast it on one person. It's concentration.
Oh,
Oh.
cast
Well,
it
I
on,
can be a cat, so
cast it on Tink, and I turn into a cat, and just like climb on his shoulder.
Okay, animals are running with you, I guess. Good luck.
Oh god,
Are
and I've
we-
got a fucking cheese.
blink dog. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a cheese and a cat.
You got a cheese,
And a
a
noodle.
noodle, and a Monty.
I'm just
God.
coming with the whole fucking
I look
petting
like a
zoo.
fucking druid just running through. Pokemon trainer ass. Like,
Cheese at least can blink, so like he can keep up with
Yeah.
you.
Also, I
Yeah.
can't believe you just said Pokemon when you've got goggles, so you are obviously Digimon.
I'm obviously a Digimon trainer, but Digimon trainers only have one Digimon, so like.
Fair, yeah, no, true. I take it back. My joke didn't land. Anyway.
It landed extremely well in the correct company. But yeah, he and Monty, I guess, will take off. Sorry.
As you head out of the door, your feet hasted by magic, the first roll of thunder hits the air. And it starts to rain. The soft sound of it against the windows as you run through the halls.
Monty does his absolute best not to grip into Tink's shoulder, but he is afraid of thunder.
Oh.
And as the storm kicks up and the wind starts to howl, you head outside into the downpour, and the ground begins to shake. And that is where we're going to end it for the night.
Oh no.
How dare you? How
This is fine.
dare?
Everything's fine. Da da da
Oh.
da da da. Boo. Thank you all so much for joining us this lovely evening / afternoon. You have been wonderful company. I hope that all of you at home have enjoyed yourselves just as much as we have. I would like to give a shout out thank you to our patrons, without whom none of this would be possible. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Same to our subscribers. It means the world to us. And if you like what you have seen tonight and the chaos that it has been, I encourage you to check out our other shows. We've got 2 other programs running currently, which is Reckoning and Dawn Shadow, run by Fabs. And then we've got tomorrow, Manhattan by Midnight, which is our
That's-
Vampire the Masquerade game.
I feel like
Which
we
Emily
just
and
got
Danny
our
are both
other
in.
one. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
weird going by so fast.
So definitely give those a watch if you're interested. And check out our Discord. It's a pretty great place. It's full of wonderful people. Like I said, we've got a bunch of stuff there and a bunch of people to talk to there, including just swapping D&D stories. Again, if you would like to support us in any way, please consider giving us a follow, or checking out our Patreon if you would like to. We post quite a few things on there, including little off-camera scenes, and got a spice rack going. There is some homebrew content on there currently, and I think we're looking at getting more up on there soon. But yeah, please check things out. And we've had a lovely night, and I hope you guys have had a lovely night. But yeah, keep rolling, guys. We'll see you next Monday.
Nay.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.